Every day, eh? So there's a lot of different types of sharpening stones out there. My personal favorite one is actually a brand called Kaiden. Now this is a ceramic stone. It's probably one of your more premium stones used in a professional kitchen. I've had this one for about a good 5 years now. This one will sort of set you back around 250 to 280 bucks. Now this one is an actual finishing stone. This is a 3000 grit. If you were to approach a dull knife, you'd start off with something quite low like this one. This is a 400 grit, so it's a lot more coarser. It's for really peeling the burr back, and the burr is the little sort of iron flakes that sort of sit on the knife. When it gets sort of chipped, you want to use something like a 400 grit stone to actually remove that burr before you actually sharpen the knife. So that's your first starting point. Get rid of the burr before you sharpen. So that's one of the first stones you should get. And then we move up to something like this. Well, but this is an 1800. I'd go straight to that during service or after service if I just wanted to hone my knife. So, and these are called wet stones. So you soak them for about sort of 10, 15 minutes or so in warm water. All the sort of air bubbles come out of the stone, and then it's ready for action. And I want to go through a couple of different knives and a couple of different edges, because I approach them all differently depending on the type of knife and what it's used for in the kitchen. This one here is called a nikiri. So this is a general vegetable prepping knife. It's got a slightly rounded edge, but it's generally flat. Every knife has its own sort of angle. You kind of got to feel it out. When you buy a knife, it'll generally say, oh, it's a 13 degree or it's a 12 degree edge. I give it a little lift and I feel where the edge catches. And that's the perfect sort of angle for me there. So 2 fingers right on the tip of the blade. It's a striking motion, up and down using the whole width of the block. And you want to do the even strike. So I normally do 15 or 20 movements. So I'm moving my 2 fingers down the knife now to the next 2 spots, and I'm applying even pressure up and down. 20 movements on that side as well. And you can see the iron filings coming off on the stone now. And when you get to the base, it's just a matter of turning it over, keeping that same 45 degree angle. What I've also got here is it's a grinding block. They always come in this sort of shape. They're purposely built for this, so you're not going to damage your stone. And what you do is, once you use this stone for a while, if you're using the middle part of the stone, you'll get what's called like a little a divot in the stone. You need to polish that out or grind it out so that the stone is consistent from the top to the bottom. Now I'm going to pull it the whole length of the blade and curve it back. This is pretty important, because if you were just to maintain this angle, the 45 degree angle on both sides the whole time, without this finishing movement, you're going to get a flat edge. This is an example of a knife that I had a long time ago when I was working at Rice Boy. And if I was to maintain that single movement like that without actually finishing off with this rolling movement, I'm going to get a flat edge like that. And you can imagine cutting 3 kilos of chilies each day with a flat knife. 6 times of the week, I'll go to something like this. During service, I'll cut up, during my prep in the morning, I'll cut up 2 kilos of chilies, and I'll start to feel the knife getting a bit dull. So you can pick up something like this. It costs you about 60 bucks from Chef's Armory. Chef's Edge is really good. Most of our chefs use those stores. It's just a matter of striking that steel. And once you get good at it, you can go up and down on both sides. Invest in a ceramic steel, really important. We've also got other knives like this. That's a really long knife, but this is actually for sort of cutting tuna. This is a large sort of fish sashimi based sort of knife. So this is a big long action. You can start with the top half of the blade and then move down to the lower half. All the iron filings are coming off super quick, given it's a soft steel, and then the same thing on the other side. The amount of strikes on one side, you've got to apply it on the other side as well. You can just see how much of that's coming off the stone there. And once you've done that a few times, it's pretty much good to go.